Hello. So I didn't really know what to do with this video. There is this game that came out today, 2 hours ago, or a hour ago, called PalWorld. Oh god, I hope I didn't have. Okay, I didn't have my desktop audio on. But I just figured, because I've been interested in it, it's Pokemon, but with like guns. It's like Ark Survival Evolved, if anyone's played that. See, like it just looks interesting. It almost looks like one of those kit bashed games, like a game that someone just gets like a bunch of assets off of like the Unreal Engine store or whatever, and they like throw them together. But at the same time, it's like a really interesting concept, and I've been debating on whether or not I should buy it, because it has like right, it has these like 1v1 trainer battles, and then I guess you can also just like make a factory, like a slave factory with all your pals, is what they call them. But it's called PalWorld. That's the first video. And wait, is this? Okay, this is the second one. So this, I guess, picks up where the first trailer left off. But you can like build a base and like capture all these like pals, and they each have like special abilities. And of course, it's like Pokemon, where it's like they have types, the character customization. It has multiplayer too, so that's kind of dope. Um, but there's just guns as well. Like, like what? Hello? Like, look at that. This is a rocket launcher. And then they just have a factory going on. This is more stuff we saw in the first trailer. Like a little monkey with an AK. Like, it's just such an interesting and weird concept. I mean, who hasn't thought of like Pokemon with guns, right? Like, it'd make the world a whole lot cooler, but I don't know. It's on sale for 10% off, $27. Wow, guys, buy it right now. Buy it. Buy it. Buy it. Buy it. Go buy it. It's 40 gigs though. It's a decent amount of space. I don't really have a lot of space on my computer. Um, but yeah, no. I'll keep my eye on it. I'll watch a few more videos and wait to see how it kind of develops, and whether or not I'll buy it. Here you get to see behind the scenes magic. Wow, look at that. I'm front and center now again. But yeah, I don't know. Like, video games are so, it's like a crack addiction. It's like I I hate it. I hate playing video games, but at the same time I love it. Like, every single time that I take a hit, it's like, oh, hate this. I can't believe I'm spending my time playing this video game all day long. But at the same time, I'm like, it feels so good. Like, my dopamine receptors, dopamine farming, right? And it is just it's a little terrifying. It's a little like, man, I've been playing video games for like 17 years. Like, who knew going over to my friend's house in second grade and playing on his Xbox would lead to this, right? I have my own PC, and all I do is play video games all day and work out, and that's it. That's my life. Um, it is super interesting, and I can't wait to see the studies that come from this in the next 30 years about how detrimental it is to a person's psyche and their mental well-being. I mean, there's already studies about it, right? It's on par with like actual like crack addiction in terms of like your reward cycles and it messing up all that. But it's the card, it's the hand of cards that I've dealt myself that I will deal with eventually in the future. Always leaving it to the future me, right? Day one, or one day. Well, it's one day right now. We'll do it one day. I don't really have any other reason to like stop playing them besides. I mean, there's a million other reasons I could do to stop playing them, but like, what am I gonna do? Just sit in my room? Because I sit in my room still, right? Don't have a job, still looking for one, still waiting for the firefighter thing to get back to me. Maybe, probably not. We're gonna hold out hope. We're gonna cope. We're gonna snuff some copium and be like, yeah, they'll email me on the 29th and tell me they need me. But we'll wait. We'll wait till then. It's only 10 days. I'll start job hunting in February. I'll look out for something interesting. I really want to work at a gym though. I think a gym would be nice. Maybe like the overnight shifts or something. I don't know, like a 24/7, just take the late shift. But at the same time, I hated working the late shift at Target, so I don't think I would like it. I think I'd rather do the early morning shift, so I can get off, work out, go home, right? Because you probably get like a membership for working there, right? Or at least a discount, I would think. Depends on the gym brand, I guess, like what gym you go to or work at. But yeah, I was watching this TikTok. It's a part of that series where people can call a phone number line and leave a message. And it's of this like dude who's about my age, I guess, who calls and he talks about how almost like everything I've talked about on this channel, like mental health wise, like how I feel all the time, he talks about that. And I've never related to something more in my life than listening to that TikTok and hearing this random guy leave a phone message for some video. It was almost like he was like inside my head just saying what I would say. It was really weird. And I've read comments as well. It's like other people talking about how they also feel the same way. And it sucks. like like something's wrong if this large amount of people feel like this. Like something there has to be something behind that, right? There has to be some sort of universal cause that's making a large amount of people feel so disconnected from themselves and who they are in reality, right? Like, there's no way this is how people have felt throughout all of humanity. Like, I don't know. I don't know. There's so many advancements that have been made in like the last 100 years, right? Comparing like year 1900 to year 2000 is like, it's just insane. The amount of stuff we have now and the impact that it'll have on our lives that we don't even know about yet because we just haven't had it for long enough. It's scary. It's scary to think about that. That we're going to be the generation, how we make fun of like our grandparents for eating like lead and like paint liner. We're going to be the generation that gets made fun of for like destroying our mental health with the internet, or just microplastics. I mean, but everyone has microplastics in them at this point. It's so prevalent that we're just kind of like screwed on that front. I love microplastics. Yummy, yummy. Who doesn't love a little plastic in their food, right? Man. It's interesting. It's interesting to think about. And in the grand scheme of things, I'm like a little blip. I'm not even a blip. I'm not important enough to be a blip. I'm more just like yeah, like how you look into like the sunlight and you see that tiny grain of dust? That's me. I'm that little grain of dust. Just floating along. Just living, right? Just like in the moment, experiencing everything. Just a bunch of dust. I don't know. This video took a weird turn. I was expecting to talk about video games for the majority of it, but It looks like guys talked about video games for like the first 2 minutes and then kind of got sidetracked. But yeah, it's been 10 minutes. I hope this was, sorry, I hope this was relaxing or good background noise or even helped you fall asleep. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.